Welcome back.
Welcome. I'm Connie.
And I'm Angelica.
And this is the
The
In-Between Girls podcast.
Woo! Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to do it. There is a card. Do you remember Chinese New Year's at work?
Yes. I was remembering the other day, but I always forget to tell you.
So I've been having it in my purse all this time, and I just forget until now that I remember. So at work, we have the Christmas tree set up. We're going to have it all set up throughout the year, and each month we decorate it depending on the main event.
The holiday.
Yeah. For that month. So January was Happy Chinese New Year. And we put little cards around it, and I asked Connie if she wanted one. It's 4 months late.
It's April.
But I just have it here, and she's going to scratch it and see what is this.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah. Maybe it's that old that it's not scratching. It's not scratching.
They don't want to tell me my fortune.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's fortune.
There you go. Okay.
What did yours say?
Mine says you'll get what you want. Yeah.
That's better.
So I have it posted on my in front of my desk. What does it say?
Mine is just hope all your New Year's dreams come true.
Aw, that's cute.
Hope. Ain't no guarantee.
Mine's like you get what you want.
Yeah,
It
you're
usually
like
says
you
that.
gonna get it, girl. Mine is like hopefully, girl. We'll see. I'll take it. I'll take some hope.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, that is 4 months late.
Maybe that's why it's not. It's like no, they're not.
It's
We're
too late.
2 months in. Then they already saw it. It was like I don't know. We're hopefully.
But yeah, finally I remember.
It's better than being like it's gonna be a horrible year.
Imagine. Oh jeez.
No, it's been a good year so far.
Okay, so on this episode we are going to talk about machismo.
Yes.
And how we deal with it.
And I made a poll on me with my poll.
You're in your
I made a poll.
Every time you see a poll, it's Connie making them.
Yeah, it's me. I asked, did you grow up dealing with machismo? 77% said yes. 23% said no. But one of them told me they accidentally clicked no.
No.
So it should be less. And for the ones that didn't, good for you. I mean,
Was it guys?
no, it was 2 girls.
Wow. Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, good for you. But most, and a lot of men answered this. A lot of men, too. I like polls so much that I go on, like, Grace's Instagram and I answer it,
She
too.
answers too. So
Yeah.
Connie gets like 2 points.
Yeah, I get, like, 2 points in here. Some men admitted. They were like, yeah. So, I honestly expected, like, 100% yes.
Did you grow up with machismo?
Yeah. Not necessarily, it never came from my mom, I will say. It came from the rest of the family and the rest of society. Never from my mom. My mom always, especially since she was a single mom, she was always like, you gotta work, you gotta make your own career, and you have to like learn how to take care of yourself and learn to clean, cook, and everything for yourself. And I was like, okay. She never said you need to do it for a man. Never. But I heard it from family members, and they would be like, family members would always be like, you need to learn to clean and cook for your husband. And then since I was always like rebelling against it, I would always be like, fuck no. I'm like, I'm not doing that. And they would be like, you're never going to find a husband like that. Nobody's ever going to want to be with you because you're not doing these things. And I was like, I don't care. I was like, I will find someone who will, or I will stay alone. I was like, I'm not doing that. I was always like rebelling. I have a quote here. Yes, nobody's going to want to marry you. Y también la de, you will have a job and still come home, cook, clean, and take care of your kids while your husband rests. Because that's your job.
Somebody said that.
Yes, they said that to me. I said, hell no. No. I've always been like upfront with my expectations and my beliefs with Mario. Always. And what I feel like for a while, I was very like consumed with like anger. Not with Mario, but like, sorry, I'm out of breath. With like machismo in general, that I was like, it was gonna begin to affect my relationship, because I was like, I don't even want to move in with you, because people are gonna expect me to do all these things for you, and they're gonna judge me. And it came to a point where I was like, he's never said these things to me. Why do I feel this anger about it? That I had to like learn to deal with it and let it go, because it's like, imagine dealing with something like that your whole life, and if I didn't let it go, it was gonna affect like my relationship, because I was never gonna want to be with him.
Girl, I'm like shocked.
Really?
Yeah, because
Yes.
I don't think I've ever experienced that
That
that strong of a like machismo.
Yes, dude. Like it was bad, and that's why I was always upfront with Mario, and that's why like now we live together, obviously, and it's like if I would have kept my like anger, I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't even be here with him, living with him.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy, because I don't know what people think we do, but we always were like, I don't like to sweep, but I like to mop. He doesn't like to mop, but he likes to sweep. So he'll sweep the house, and then I'll mop it.
Yeah.
And
I feel like it's, I don't know, like I think for me, it's like, I'm not obligated to do those things,
But you
but
want
I
to.
want to.
Yeah.
It's that wanting.
Yeah.
Like, whenever me and Jose moved in together, like, I'm pretty sure he's not going to expect, like, every meal and whatnot. But, like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, I would want to do that, like, for him and things like that, you know?
Yeah.
And if one day, like, I'm just like, no, I don't want to cook, I'm pretty sure he's going to be okay with it. Like,
Yes, and that's the difference,
Yeah.
because también, once we moved in, Mario, like, he works in AC, so he's like tired. I come home before him, so I'll
bitch, you're
cook.
home the whole day.
Well, no, I'm saying before the
Oh.
accident. Right now it's different.
Yeah.
But like before the accident, I would come home and I was like, oh, I'm gonna cook this and this for him, and I'm gonna cook
Yeah.
for us, because I've wanted to.
Yeah.
And that was the difference. I wanted to. So that's when I I accepted it, and I was like, wow, like the difference of being like me doing this for him because I want him to come home and be like, oh my God, there's something to eat. It's like
Yeah.
my gift to him.
Yeah.
And it's different than if he were to come home and be like, where's my food?
Yeah.
Like, you're the woman,
Yeah.
why isn't the meal here? Like, it's a big difference. And so I'm like, fine, if like, I feel like you need to find someone who doesn't expect that from you and tries to help you también.
Yeah.
Because like, he always tries to help me, even like, I'm talking before the accident, always tries to help me.
Yeah.
He was like, well, I'm gonna clean this and this, and sometimes I didn't feel like cleaning, so I would sit there. And I feel like I would have ended up with a machista guy who'd be like, why are you sitting there? Get your fucking ass up and work. So I'm like, thank God, like, I was like up front.
Yeah.
And then I let go of like all the anger I had towards like not men, but yeah, men, like my expectations as a woman. Cause
I do gotta say, like, I never had no one in my family tell me I have to do all those things for a man. Never.
great.
Yeah. Never. I did notice that obviously guys and girls get treated differently.
Yeah.
But never has anybody told me this is like you
What you
have to
should
cook
do.
and clean for a man.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard that. And again, like, with my parents, like, obviously I went to college and all that stuff. It's like they encourage me, like, hey, like, you do your own thing. And like, I see that with my mom too. Like, she does her own like thing. Like, she doesn't wait for my dad. Like, my mom goes outside and cuts the grass and things like that. And it's like, if you know, like, you can do it too or whatever. Like, it's not like, oh, the guy always has to go outside and cut the grass and do all the yard
work. Yeah.
yard work. Yeah, but it's like my mom likes goes outside and cuts the grass and whatnot. And
Yeah, like, you do things like there's no role that you're assigned.
But yeah, I did grow up seeing, like, obviously guys and girls getting. I mean, I grew up with four boys.
Yeah.
And my sister, so yeah, they were more overprotective over me and my sister.
Oh, yeah.
And my brothers were not really. Also, they were really strict on them too, but there was a little bit like more like freedom towards them. But yeah, it was never like
That bad.
That bad, yeah.
Yeah, no, and if I'm being honest, there's people that we have around us, like family on either side that still thinks that way, and that they'll tell me, oh, you're gonna, like, once you have kids, you have to have your job and still do everything, and when Mario comes home, you're still gonna take care of the kids even though you're tired because he's the man. And obviously Mario does not agree with that, but I'm not about to fight every day, so I'm always like, whatever. I just ignore it. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I hate it. I hate that that's what they expect a woman in general, and then saying it to my face, like, it makes me so angry. I'm like, what?
Yeah. What do you think? Like, when y'all first started dating, that he would go to one of your family's members' party, will you get up and serve him?
No.
Literally never?
Not because, okay, I've served him because I felt like it.
Yeah.
Like, when he's done the same for me, I will say. We've done it for each other, but it's never been a thing that I'm like, I'm always going to serve him. No.
Yeah. We've done it for each other too. With Jose, I like do it more just because I want to. Yeah. And I know, like, sometimes he doesn't feel comfortable, like, just getting up and whatnot. So, like, I'm okay with just go get him a plate or something. But most of the times that we do, like, for Easter, I went and I got him a plate, but, like, we were both eating it from the same plate. So it was, like, for both of us. Yeah,
and that's the difference. Like, it's different when you want to do it, because Mario's done that for me. Like, I'm more of the, like, shy one. I'm more comfortable with family now, but I was more of the shy one for, like, years. So I would be like, I don't even want to get up, and he's like, I'll get you a plate. But it's different because he's mad and he's getting it from me. So it's different. And then there has been instances where he doesn't feel as comfortable with my family. He's like, I want more, but I'm gonna get up. I'm like, I got you, don't worry. Which is totally different. And our instances are totally different than being like, he's my man, so I'm gonna go get it because I have to. That, I feel like it was totally different. Like, it's different things. But I've never, like, I don't care if they're like, oh, they've never said anything to me. But even if they did, I wouldn't care because Mario doesn't care. So, like, why would I care what anybody else does if Mario doesn't care?
Yeah. And it's kind of surprising. Like, a while back ago, I had run out of deodorant. Yeah. And I think I went to the office that day, and I got home, and I was like, I just don't want to go out. And I asked Toph, I was like, can you go get me a deodorant? He's like, okay, yeah, which one? Like, I'll go after work. Yeah. And I sent him the one that I use. And then he came to my house to drop it off. And I came back inside with the bag. And he was like, my mom was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, it's my deodorant. And she was like, did you order it, like, to get it delivered? And I was like, no, I told Jose if he gets me some. And he said, yeah. And she was so shocked. Yeah. She was like, what? Like, you told him to go get you deodorant? And he just came to drop it off? And I was like, yeah. Like, yeah. And he was like, you made him? She was like, you made him go buy your deodorant? And I was like, no, I asked if he could do it. And he said, yeah. So he brought it to me. He brought me two. Yeah. He brought me two and hot fries.
Like, gotta make sure she's prepared.
Yeah, and hot fries. But she was so shocked that he had done that. Yeah. And it's like, it's okay.
I feel like for parents, they are very shocked when men are like nice human beings and not assholes, because I feel like they especially grew up with it. Yeah. So that to them, it is shocking, because my mom's always surprised también by the nice things Mario does for me, or like little surprises. She's like, what? Yeah. Like, y'all get treated like this? Yeah. This is how it's supposed to be. Like, it's crazy. Like, sometimes I feel so bad that they grew up like that. Like, because my grandpa era bien así, like, with my mom. So I'm like, I feel so bad that she had to go through all of that shit. And that's why I honestly have stood up for my mom. Not to my grandma, but, like, I've stood up for my mom and been like, you need to leave her alone, or, like, I don't want to expose people, but there's been people I stand up for, and I'm like, leave her alone. Like, what's your deal? Like, I fucking hate, like, women getting treated like shit, especially because they're just machista men. Like, I hate it.
I don't think I've ever, like, seen that in my family. Household. Like, even not, like, the extended family, I don't think I've seen, like, really, like what's it, like, strong machismo like that.
I have.
Really?
I feel like that's why I'm very, I don't want to say traumatized, but I am very, like, I'm very exposed to it, and that's why I'm very like, oh, like I hate it. Like I've always been so against it, and I've had to work through that. I don't think people talk about that. Like, you have to work through it. If not, you're just gonna be angry.
Yeah.
So, and también, like, I'm not gonna keep myself from doing nice things for Mario just because of what other people expect. Like, I'm not gonna care what they think because fuck that. Like, then that's them winning, basically. So I'm like, no. Let me look at
Sorry, I have you have a stronger opinion
yes,
on it than
do.
me.
I didn't know.
Like, yeah.
I thought everybody grew up like that.
No, I know.
See?
Like I've
That's
seen like
fucked
I've
up.
obviously seen like the traditional like roles, like the woman does this and the man does that, but it was never like you have to do it.
Yeah, I'm shocked because I thought that was everyone. I thought everyone grew up like that. Which sucks. I had a shitty
like I seen that obviously the traditional roles.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've seen like somebody degrade, like a man degrading a woman, like no, like in front of people, like no, you have to do this. No,
I have.
Oh no, I've never seen that.
I have, and since like I'm not gonna expose people, but I've seen it and it makes me so angry. And like I've tried talking to women that I've seen, and como que they're
used to it.
Yeah,
though.
like
yeah,
they're like,
just accept it.
Yeah, and they're like, well, it's because he's still a good man, and I'm like, okay, but I still think you should say something. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah. They have dealt with it longer, so I can't say anything. But it does bother me a lot, and I get very angry. Well, yeah, and since I grew up with it, I was always scared that like men were just gonna see me as like their caretaker and like a maid. Like that was what I thought people like men looked at you for.
Really?
Yes.
Like that never crossed my mind. Like getting in a relationship or something like that, that never crossed my mind of like I have to do all these things.
Yes.
Wow.
I grew up like that, like hearing that. Te digo, I still hear it from some people, and I'm just like, say what you want, but that's not happening in my household. Like you could think whatever. I know for a fact that's not happening in my household. Like, and then I came across this TikTok from Kaylee Cresta. It's spelled CayleeCresta, and it's more about like expectations of women, which I think ties into machismo.
Is that the Mexican one?
No, she's a white lady.
Oh, okay.
And she said, I'm gonna read some of the points she made because I was like, she was like, women are expected to work like they don't have kids and parent like they don't have a job, while like the man does nothing. Like yeah, he works, but he comes home and he doesn't have to deal with the kids. And I'm like, I see that a lot in a lot of households that I've seen. Así es. Like the guy's not responsible for the kids, the woman is. It doesn't matter if she works or not. Like she's responsible. And I think parenting is for both of you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if one of them works or not. You're still the parent.
Yeah.
So I feel like you should contribute.
Yeah. I'm glad to say that, like, from all of my brothers, I've seen, like, them helping out their wife with the kids and things like that. Yeah. But
I've seen my cousins do it as well. They help. But and a lot, no. And like, say the kid's acting up, they'll blame the woman. And like, the man's, like, off the hook. And I'm like, it's his child too. Why doesn't he do anything? Why are you just blaming her?
Like growing up, like obviously my mom did most of the chores, like cooking and cleaning and stuff like that, and like doing our laundry and things like that. But I feel like my dad was also like involved. Like he literally for all the 18 years of school, he will pick me up and drop me off. He worked from home just so he was able to take his kids to school and
he was
pick them
involved.
up. Yeah, he was always there, and he was more of the strict parent, I feel like. Yeah. But yeah, it was never. I don't think I ever saw like.
But he never was like, they're your responsibility to your mom. No. He seems like he was involved, which is good. It's what it's supposed to be like. Yeah.
Which I feel like now that they're older, like now he would, like before he wouldn't go to like do groceries or something like that. He would leave it like to my mom. And like he would just take her and it would be like my mom and like me or something.
But usually
like that.
the mom knows what they need.
They need,
so the men are not really good at that.
Yeah, but now like they're older. Like if my mom says, "Oh, I need this," or "Oh, I'm missing," like he'll go. Like he'll like, "Oh, I'm gonna go and get like milk or whatever." But yeah, I don't. Sorry, girl. Sorry you experienced that.
Yeah, I'm like shocked.
Yeah.
Like I dead ass thought like everybody that was. Oh my god! Like I'm actually shocked. Like you had a great job.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
And obviously, yeah, because I grew up with 4 brothers and my dad, they were very overprotective.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was more of like they want to take care of me and more it wasn't nothing like, oh, like you can't be doing that because you're a girl, or it was never like that.
That's the difference.
I'm like, oh.
You're like, oh. Well, yeah, another point this girl made was stay-at-home moms are seen as lazy, but working moms are seen as selfish for leaving their kids. So there's no winning.
But I feel like that's slowly changing.
Now, yeah. But like before,
yeah.
No. Like in some households, that's still how it is.
Yeah.
And then childless women are considered incomplete.
Can I say, like, it's okay for you not to want a kid?
Yes, and it doesn't make
my
you
eyes
incomplete.
Switching, sorry. I feel it. That got me so angry.
You're like, how fucking dare you?
But yeah, like, I feel like that's so implied that you have to have a kid.
Yeah, and then, no, that reminded me. I didn't even write that down. It has been such a secret what happens to women when they're pregnant and when they give birth, of all the side effects. It has been such a secret. It's always like you have to do it, and sometimes it's seen like it's supposed to be easy, like you don't need a epidural or whatever, but then it's like you could lose, like you could die, you could dead as die, you lose your hair, your hormones are all over the place. Like I feel like until recently postpartum depression became more talked about, but it was never talked about.
Yeah, that is true.
And it's like you could literally die. People have gone blind. People have like it's crazy. All the things.
The epidural.
Yeah, epidural.
I'm not saying that right. Well, that alone, that you can go paralyzed.
Yes, and I hate that some people, and sometimes especially women, are like, you don't need it. Like, you're supposed to give birth like that. Or people who use it are weak. Bitch. Oh, it makes me so angry.
Girl, what family do you have?
Well, it's not my family as much, especially not anymore. But I've seen it in other families, and I'm just like, like, how are you gonna say that? Like, every woman is different. It doesn't matter if she chose to use a epidural or not. Like, it just makes me so angry.
Yeah.
When then women are expected to mother their husbands, but not treat them like their kids. How are you gonna?
Can you elaborate on the mother?
Like, exactly. Like it's like you're expected to pick up after them. You're expected to cook for them. You're expected like that. Like if it's your kid, but you can't stand up to them. You can't tell them nothing because they're the man. What? If I'm gonna treat you like a kid, you're gonna take me talking to you like a kid because you're acting like a kid. Like, what do you mean? I've never understood that.
But I feel like that also comes back to how they were raised.
Yeah, it's their mentality.
It's that my mom always did this for me, and they're used to it. And when it's like you're an adult, it's like they don't know how to do it.
Yeah, because well, I don't even think you could be raised like that and not be like that, not share the same values. Cause
I just thought about something that's kind of random. Okay, but do you know how to wash clothes?
I learned from my mom.
How do you do it?
Well, we have the washing machine.
No fucking shit. But like, do you divide your clothes?
He was like, yeah, mano. I was like, I don't know how to do that.
Like, do you divide your clothes?
No.
Bitch, no.
I'm
hardly, like, I'm judging you hard right now.
I haven't washed recently, but I would always just throw on my. But I will say I have ruined some white shirts.
Do you see my face shocked as fuck right now?
I thought like, because for me it's like just put jabón in there and softener, you're done.
No. I remember one time my mom, because I don't want to expose somebody, but somebody in our family does that, and my mom was like, Tú sí sabes lavar ropa, ¿verdad? Porque no quiero que te cases y luego ahí estás haciendo eso.
Ruining everybody's clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but since I ruined my white shirt, I will start separating because I'm upset. I don't have white shirts no more. One of them turned pink and one of them turned gray. So, but I haven't washed. That's what I'm saying. This happened before my accident.
I learned to divide everything. So, colors one.
Yeah.
Jeans, another one. Whites, another one.
No.
Blacks, another one.
Oh, no. For me, it's just color and then whites. And Mario's work clothes because...
Can y'all let us know who fucking does that too?
Because Mario's work clothes, dude.
And work clothes, another one.
Extra, like, soap and
shit.
Yeah,
work clothes, another one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't separate blacks and, like, no. I put all color and then white and then work clothes.
So you put the color with the black?
Yeah.
What?
What's special about black?
Oh, well, because they get more pelusa, they can fade more faster.
Oh. Do you use different temperature?
Yeah, they also go by different temperature.
See, you need to teach me. I don't know. I don't do that.
Whites, it's like hot water. Work clothes can be also like hot water because they're really dirty. Colors can be warm color. Blacks can also kind of be warm color. But yeah.
You're like so shocked.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked as fuck.
This also, yeah, no. My mom does separate more like that.
Yeah.
But I don't. Wow. I've never. Because that also goes back to, I never wanted to learn because the whole machismo thing. So I had to learn for myself because there was clothes I wanted to like wash. So I would just throw it in there.
And also like you have your delicates.
No, I put that in there too. I'm gonna need you to send me a step-by-step instruction, and I'll start doing it like that.
My God.
I haven't washed in a long time since I got injured. I haven't washed. So, but once I do, send me a little table of contents. See details.
Oh my God! I write a whole book on how to wash.
Yeah, I'll follow because I have. Yeah. Maybe my clothes will turn out different now.
Maybe, girl.
Yeah, no. Only the whites because I've had a couple ruined.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
No. I should ask Mario's mom if he separates. I'm going to ask her next time I see her. I'll be like, how do you wash clothes?
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. And like socks always like, well, if they're not black or colored.
Yeah.
With the whites. But yeah, wow, interesting.
Very interesting. Practice self-love, but don't love yourself too much.
Like be selfish?
Like you have to look good for your husband, but you can't be quote unquote asking for attention from other males.
Oh, you're saying like other people are saying that,
yeah.
Right? Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that. And
no.
I was like, what?
I would never love yourself, bitch.
How do I feel about that? Because I feel that you can wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
I've asked Jose this. Like sometimes, I see girls like wearing like really like exotic, revealing things, and I'm like, would you let me wear that? And he's like, you can wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But I will also be okay getting his approval. One thing about me, not that Jose does this or like decides what I wear, but I really care about his opinion on like clothes and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm okay.
Because you don't want to go out looking bad.
Yeah, like I'll always get it. If I show him something and he don't like it, I won't buy it. Yeah. Just because like I feel like he sees me from the outside and he knows like what looks good on me.
And Mario, I feel like he's very like fashionable. Like he'll know what fashion things look good. So I'll be like, does this outfit work? Yeah. And usually I take his advice and I end up with a better outfit.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. And he said sometimes Jose gets mad. He's like, if you like it, get it. And I'm like, no, but you don't like it, so I'm not gonna get it.
Mario does the same, but I'm like, why would I get it if you think I look like shit?
Yeah. If you don't like it, why would I get it? Like, and it's not them like being like so like like them telling us to get it if we like it is literally like the opposite of machismo.
I get that 100%. It's just because if I think he thinks I look, not that he would think I look bad, but he's like, I don't really like that. Like,
yeah,
it
like,
doesn't
it's
make
okay.
me be like, I want to wear it.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
Yeah, but I do understand how some guys would be like, "Oh, you can't wear that. That's too revealing."
Oh
yeah,
whatnot. I don't think that's
get
right.
it. Like, if I also like, if I was by myself and alone, probably I wouldn't wear something so revealing.
Yeah. But it's what you're comfortable with.
Yeah,
But if your partner's, because I've seen some where the boyfriend's like, she's wearing something revealing and he's like, go off, sis, like you look fucking hot.
Yeah,
I'm like, yes, like big dick energy.
Yeah.
Like you're secure. You're not an insecure little boy. Like you go.
Yeah. I remember I was watching this live of this girl that does Facebook lives, and she was deciding on wearing a dress for, I think she was having like a job, what's it called? When they drop something?
A job interview?
No, drop like a collaboration with
Oh,
somebody. They were
oh.
gonna come out with the collaboration,
Okay.
and they were gonna have, you know how they have the parties.
Yeah.
So she was trying on different dresses, and her boyfriend was there, and she tried this one that's kind of like, you know, revealing, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you can't wear that," but she was okay with it. She was like, "Really? Like, no, I can't." And he was like, "No." And she's just like, okay, well, I guess I won't wear this one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think that's the outfit I asked Jose.
You're curious. You're like,
Yeah.
How would he react?
Yeah. But she was so calm about it. She was like, okay, like, no.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, what works for your relationship works for you. I'm just
To
talking
a certain
true,
point,
to a certain
like,
point. If you're comfortable, I think.
Like,
If it comes to a point where you're not comfortable, then that's not it.
and again, like, for like that couple, like, yeah, she does wear like revealing stuff
Yeah.
and whatnot, but I guess like for him, that
He didn't
specific dress, it was like too much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Don't depend on a man for money.
No.
But don't make them feel less by making more than them. Like, that's what people say. I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay.
Like, never.
Yeah,
I've heard that,
okay.
like, don't make more money than your husband. You're going to make him feel like less of a man.
Never heard that.
Like, no. I've talked to Mario about this, too. He's like, if you ever made more money than me, he's like, you go. Because we're a team. So that means more money for us. Like, for our future. Like,
Jose
why would I care?
is so excited that I get more money than him. He's like, I can't wait to be a stay-at-home dad. Sir. I'm like, so what's gonna happen? Because I want to stay and be
We
a
stay together?
Yeah, I want to be a stay-at-home mom too. So who's gonna work?
Yes, and I feel like it's good for them to support you because bitch is for both of us.
Yeah,
like,
it's going to the same place.
yes. So like, what does it matter if it's you or it's me? That's what Mars is too.
Yeah.
He's like, I would be fucking happy. I'm like, yeah.
Jose always tells me that. He was like, I can't wait for me to be a stay-at-home dad. Like, I'm gonna be with my kids and whatever. I was like, wow, okay.
Like, slow down.
Yeah,
I want that.
Yeah, I called it first, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard that like on the internet and whatnot, like the girl shouldn't like win more money.
Like,
but
why
it's like,
not?
why? Yeah, it's going to the same place.
And I've seen stay-at-home dads more nowadays.
Yeah.
And I think if it works for you, it works for you.
I saw a TikTok of a guy that's
He's like, I'm a stay-at-home
yeah,
dad.
And
I
he
think
was like
that's
going through his
great.
day. I sent it to Jose. I was like, he's living your dream.
Yeah, it's like, you wish that was you, huh? Yeah,
But
because
yeah.
there's some women get like, they can't be home all day with the kids, like it'll drive them crazy, so they want to go to work. And I think that's great if your husband wants to stay home and while you work. Like, there shouldn't be like, no, you're the woman.
Yeah.
No, I think that's great, especially if it works for them. I feel like it will create a better environment for them in general. So I think that's great. Like, you go stay at home dads.
Yeah. I would say like if you are stable, you should do that.
Yeah.
But obviously if you see that you're struggling and you still like want to be at home and the girl is out there working. Like get your ass up and work too.
Yeah, get your fucking ass up. Well, yeah, help each other because if it gets to a point where you can't pay the bills,
it's
you have
like,
to work.
Yeah.
And that was the end of hers. But yeah, when I feel like when and if I have kids, I'll teach them the exact same things.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you need to cook and clean for yourself. Both of y'all are cleaning. Because something I've seen on TikTok también es que they'll put the girl to clean a daughter, y el boy, like, lo sientan y lo están apapachando. And the girl, they treat her like shit. I was not treated like that, but I've seen it on TikTok a lot. And, like, the mom fucking hates the daughter. And she's like, clean, like, cook, sírvele a tu hermano, sírvele a tu dad. And the boy, like, she fucking loves her son. And I'm like, wow, like, what a shitty, like...
Again, like, for me growing up, like, yeah, I would, like, wash my brother's clothes and whatnot. But then they will be, like, outside cleaning the yard or doing whatnot. So we would be, like, again, like, I saw the traditional, like, roles. But it was never, like, oh, like, you don't do... The guy doesn't do nothing and you do everything. It was never like that. Like, okay... Like, they're going to be outside cleaning it and whatnot. And
and, like, roles at the end of the day is whatever you want them to be. You could choose together and be like, okay, I'll do this, I'll do that, whatever. But it's different to have someone tell you that's your life. Like, that's when I'm like, no.
Yeah, that is a little strange.
Excuse you? No. But, yeah, I didn't grow up like that, but I've seen that on TikTok. And I'm like, that's so fucking sad. Like, to feel like your parents don't even fucking love you. And because you're a woman. Because from anything. And they fucking love your brother. Like,
that is crazy.
I felt so bad for her. And I've seen multiple people that happened to. And I'm like, whoa, what a dark fucking, like,
imagine growing
mentality.
Up like that.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, we're breaking those expectations. And I'm so glad that society is where it is now. Because I hope we throw all of those things away. All that mentality away.
Yeah.
And just go with whatever we feel comfortable with.
I don't want to sound dark, but I feel like as the older generation starts dying, those things start dying too.
Yeah, because some people say it does come down to like what you were raised with, but are like, I was raised like that and I don't believe it. Mario was somehow raised like that. He doesn't believe it.
I think it's more based on like you are exposed to more things and you're exposed to like learning more.
Yeah. And it comes down to your own choice, what you want to.
Yeah.
Because you can be raised like that and be like that. Or you could be raised like that and be like, that's not what I believe. And yeah, it's so toxic. Like, that mentality is so toxic. Like, I would never want, like, if I have kids, my kids to grow up like that. Like, that's horrible. So, we need to do better as society and teach both boys and girls the same way. Same things. And to just be good people, good human beings.
Yeah. Sorry I did it. I mean, I just didn't experience
No, I'm glad.
it that hard.
I'm glad you did it. Yeah. I'm honestly, I'm glad. But I really thought you did.
No.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you for listening.
Follow us on our Instagram, the In Between Girls Podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, stream us on YouTube. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube. And you can please rate us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And that's all.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Oh, and give us your opinions. I have questions. I think I'm gonna post them when we post the episode. Like,
can we do the laundry poll too?
Oh yeah, we'll do a laundry poll, and we'll do a poll. Were you raised more like Angelica or more like me? I'm gonna make that poll because I want to know. Like, I'm like, why did I grow up like this?
When we drop this episode, we're gonna do that poll.
I want to see if I'm alone or like what's going on.
So, no, I don't think you're alone. I think,
yeah. But, so yeah, I'm going to have both of those polls. So, let us know, because I'm really curious.
Yeah, me too. I'm curious about the laundry.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.